It is a vile, disgusting, violent environment. No man has ever walked in there and walked out the same. There have been injuries, there have been casualties, careers have nearly ended. 16 tons of steel and 2 miles of chain are surrounding these combatants. I do not envy whoever has to get inside Satan's prison here tonight. And I will end up as the World Heavyweight Champion, and I will stand as one with my creatures, and we will say we did it our way. Sit down and get ready for Unchained, because I guarantee you, last week we should have got our hands on you, but we decided to leave you alone.
They think that they have a chance. That's so funny. Cast your eyes, gentlemen, because you're looking at the next World Heavyweight Champion. The man standing before you is the chosen one. Quite frankly, the time for talk is over. I say, why wait? How about we fight right now?
I'm gonna unleash utter freaking chaos on all the wrestlers in that chamber tonight. I'm now the superstar. I'm an ass kicker. I am Brock Lesnar. And he will also be the champ that runs this camp. Because I am phenomenal. I am AJ Styles. 6 of the best wrestlers in the world. Only one man can leave as heavyweight champion. Who will win the Elimination Chamber? Tonight, 6 of the very best in our sport will compete for the ultimate prize. The catch is, they're going to have to compete inside the most barbaric structure ever devised. Tonight is the Elimination Chamber. This is Unchained, and we are live here on pay-per-view, and we are so glad that you've joined us for this event here tonight. And we're going to kick things off with a battle of the Titans. Hear the response that this man's getting, because Big Evil is about to ride into Unchained. Here comes the Undertaker and the Phenom here tonight, looking to get a measure of revenge against Biggie Langston. Biggie Langston, the night after Revenge, decided to come to the ring and confront the Undertaker, who had just gone through a grueling Hell in a Cell matchup, only to attack him and beat him down at his weakest. By doing that, Biggie hoped to send a message and climb the ladder here in this company. And tonight, he has a huge opportunity to do that. But as we've seen over the past couple of weeks, the Undertaker has been making it very difficult for him, attacking him at every step of the way. And tonight, it's gonna happen in a sanctioned matchup. And Big E, the former hardcore champion, after he lost that championship to Sabu this past week thanks to The Undertaker, is also looking to get a measure of revenge against the Phenom. And this big beast coming into the ring, you just look at the size of this guy and you can tell he is an athlete that is not to be messed with. 270 pounds of raw power and destruction. But standing across the ring from him is The Undertaker, who is the big dog in this yard. And there's a close one by The Undertaker right out the gate. But Big E, that athleticism again, and the flexibility, kicking him away and now shoving him in the corner. And Big E being told by the referee to get out of it, but you don't want to turn your back on The Undertaker, because he will make you pay, and he is doing that now with a series of stiff shots, and Big E's got to try and find a way to combat the power of The Undertaker, because power versus power, we don't know who's going to win that matchup of strength. But Big E's just going to have to outsmart him, and he does there. Grabs the leg and sweeps it over, landing right on the bridge of that apron there. And choking him out now, but Big E reverses it and has a hold of the hip. And that was that power on display there I was talking about. That belly to belly on the floor, and that's thin padding out there, folks. Barely any give. And Big E going to go back in the ring to follow him, but Undertaker clotheslines him right out of the ring immediately. I was getting tongue-tied there. I think of Big E. Big E's days as I am at the moment. Undertaker runs out! And that dive over the ropes, good God! Is it a bird, is it a plane? No, it's 300 pounds of The Undertaker flying at you. That's not good. There's no other way to say it. That is not good for Big E Langston. As we take a look at this again, Undertaker running, and he doesn't do this often, folks. This is what he saves for pay-per-views and for people he just doesn't like, and apparently that is Big E. And now going for old school on the top, but Big E has it and reverses him with that arm drag off the top rope. And now the Undertaker trying to gain his footing again, but that spinning heel kick from Big E, making sure that the Undertaker is grounded, and that is very wise of Big E. Keep the Undertaker on the floor. Don't let him get up at all. And there you go again. The clash and the splash. Here's the cover, but a kick out by the Undertaker. And Big E Langston, there's a reason he's dominated the hardcore division since his debut at WrestleMania. And in fact, I don't know if he's actually... Oh my goodness, well there's a punch. And there you see the leg drop by the Undertaker. I was going to say, I don't think he's actually been pinned until last week where Sabu defeated him. You might have to check me up on that one, but here's a cover by the Undertaker, but a kick out by Big E. And Big E, we saw it in his matchup against Batista a couple weeks ago, how he will use whatever he can to try and get an advantage, and he will lift you no matter what your weight class. Here's the cover again, but Undertaker kicks out. And you saw the way he'd literally grabbed the hips and thrown with his momentum, but Undertaker kicks him away. And now he's got him throttled by the throat. Oh, and Big E's up there, but a right to the eyes, and again, hack out the leg and take him down. And Big E beats his chest. He is like a silverback. All destruction. Especially with that chest. Look at it. You can eat... Well, no, I'm not going to finish that sentence. But Undertaker, again, getting thrown by Big E. And as much as I, joke about Big E being as huge as a gorilla, this man is no laughing matter. He is no joke. And Undertaker's finding that out right now. Oh, but misses. And Undertaker collides with him again. Big E looking for a big splash, but instead, the top of his temple hitting that top ring post. And the steel bar again. That STO from the corner. I can't recall in NLW history a man who's given Undertaker as much of a run for his money. At least power-wise. You see the kick there, and now Big E not looking to expend any energy. He has him held by the hips again. This bear hug, squeezing the life out of the Undertaker. And Undertaker trying to fight out of it, and he does. There's the DDT by the Phenom. And Big E Langston in trouble at the moment. This is the opening that Undertaker needs. And he realises that and senses it. Series of punches and that clothesline. Big E clotheslined out of his boots that time. And Undertaker looking to follow up. Has him on the shoulders and the snake eyes and follows it up with a boot. Right between the eyes. And Big E Langston, he's in trouble. And he's gotten throttled by the throat now. Going for that choke slam, but instead, Big E holds him in. Oh my! And the belly to belly suplex. And the Undertaker saw an opening But just immediately, like that, Big E hooks him with the belly to belly, and now going for the big ending. Big ending, maybe no. Gets out of it, oh my. The strength of the Undertaker to lift him and drops him down with that last ride. Undertaker in control. Calls for the end. And the tombstone pile driver maybe. No, Big E, oh my god, again, that strength. But Undertaker manages to get himself out of the big ending, landing on the ring apron. And where is Big E going? Oh my god. Oh my god! Nearly decapitating himself. Going straight through the ropes. Putting his body on the line and spearing the Undertaker to the arena floor. I've never seen him, well, we saw it a couple times, but rarely with this impact. Look at that. Through the ropes and destroying the Undertaker with that spear. And he is down for the count. Here's the cover, but Undertaker says, not yet. But is he just prolonging the inevitable? Because that spear may have taken out the last ounce of strength that Undertaker had, and if not that, those ribs of the Undertaker. Oh, well, Undertaker's ribs, there's no doubt about it, they're injured. May have fractured a couple. And Big E again working on the ribs with that powerbomb. But Undertaker kicks out. And the Undertaker has his arm held. And this triangle choke. We've seen numerous wrestlers give up or pass out in the past. And Big E is trying to fight out of this triangle choke, but he can't. He has to tap out. And Big E taps out to the Undertaker's triangle choke. And the Undertaker is still in charge of this yard. But he is not leaving this arena tonight unscathed. You can see the damage done to his ribs by Big E Langston. And I think that Big E tapped out only to preserve himself to fight another day. That's just my opinion. He's a smart wrestler, there's no doubt about it. Well, following the spear, Big E continued to work on the ribs. And then with that powerbomb, looked to put it away, but instead, Undertaker hooked him in that triangle choke. And that's the only way that he was going to be able to win this matchup, is if he had him where he couldn't go anywhere. And Undertaker's still holding those ribs. And you've got to believe that he won this due to veteran experience. That was the key factor in this matchup. It was knowing where he was in the ring. And it was Big E's inexperience that cost him here tonight. But make no mistake about it, Big E could very well have defeated The Undertaker tonight easily. But it was that one move, that one triangle choke, that did it for The Undertaker, and he is still king of this yard, at least for now. And well folks, coming up next is a matchup between Aries and Bray Wyatt, and if you've been following recently, you would know that this past week, Kane, the new disciple of Bray Wyatt, threw a fireball in Austin Aries' face. That's why his eye is taped tonight, so we know he's not 100% going into this matchup here tonight, and there's no doubt it's going to affect him. And that's going to be... Whoa. Oh, hang on. Hey, guys in the truck, get back to that shot. What the... You saw what I saw, but I guess I'm going to have to look at that again, because I could have sworn I saw him. Anyway, that's not what's happening now, but I'm sure we're going to find out in the next couple of weeks what that was. If anything, maybe I'm just over-speculating. I don't know. But the fact is that Bray Wyatt here tonight, he took out Sting on a related note at our last pay-per-view Revenge, put him in the casket, locked it, and with the help of the Wyatt family, set it on fire. And this past week on NLW, Kane, in a matchup against Austin Aries, got a fireball and threw it into Aries' face. Aries is still suffering from that attack. Doctors haven't cleared him for this matchup. He has signed a waiver that agrees to this fight. That is how much Aries wants this. That is how much Aries wants to fight Bray Wyatt here tonight. And you see there the bandage around his eye, and that, no doubt about it, is going to hinder his vision significantly. And when you're going one-on-one with a creepy guy like Bray Wyatt, you need all the sight you can get. And at the moment, it's not phasing Aries. He is one pissed off individual. You can see that with those punches and that drop kick in the corner. Go for the brainbuster early, but that STO. And now Wyatt with the senton. And look at the cocky way he goes for the cover, showing no respect whatsoever to Aries. And again, look at that. The attack directed to the eye that Kane burned this past week. And, well, Aries, look at, oh my goodness. And what's, oh, Wyatt just exposes the turnbuckle. He wants to blind Aries permanently here. Oh, and he went for the Hurricane Rana. But that bad eye, dropped on the exposed turnbuckle, that exposed steel. And then Wyatt with that torpedo, elbows into the chest. And Wyatt now going to drag Aries to the centre of the ring. And what is he doing now? Oh my, he's unwrapped that bandage. He's ripped it off the head of Aries, and now he's using that bandage to choke out Aries. And he's got a bad eye, and again, stomping it on the face. And a second stomp. And the referee, sooner or later, may have to think about calling this one off. Because Aries, he's not 100%. He's barely 50%. But he wanted to get it. Oh my god. A front suplex over the top rope to the floor. And this is a man who can barely see out of one eye. His vision's impaired. He doesn't know where his surroundings are. His peripheral vision, I should say, is messed up badly. And again, the face of Aries. The corner of his eye meeting the corner of that steel barricade. And Wyatt saying, is that all you got? And I guess it is. I don't usually have a loss for words during any matches here in NLW, but I am here tonight. Again, punching the face of Aries, and I'm just calling it how I see it. It's not fair. And I know Aries is a man with a lot of character and a lot of courage, but I think even he may be regretting the decision to take on Wyatt here tonight in his state. Oh, but again, Wyatt took one moment too many to bask in the glory of hurting Aries. But Aries with that shining wizard, kneeing Wyatt in the face. And now a headbutt by Wyatt right to the eye of Aries. But Aries caught out. I should say Wyatt caught out by Aries. And the last chancery. And Wyatt, after dominating this matchup, may have to tap out. Aries has got it wrenched in, but Wyatt, I should say, gets to the ropes in time. And Aries, you can see he's not right. But Wyatt goes to the outside, that flurry by Aries, and Aries now, look at this madman, goes to the suicide dive, oh my god. Caught out into the Sister Abigail, into that steel steps. It's over. I hate to say it, but it's over. He got caught in mid-air with that suicide dive. That was the last ounce of strength that Aries had, and Wyatt took it. Hit him with the Sister Abigail. The corner of his eye into those steel steps, and now again the Sister Abigail. And it's over. It's over, and Bray Wyatt has claimed another victim. Bray Wyatt has claimed another victim. Well, Sting was the first man to be burned alive and suffer at the hands of the fire. And it appears that Aries has also suffered at the hands of fire. Here tonight, let's take a look at the replay. Aries mounting a comeback, but it wasn't to be. Got caught out, and then the Sister Abigail into those steel steps. And the already impaired vision of Aries, he may be out for a very long time. And the trainer in again with that wet towel, just trying to do whatever he can to help Aries in his time of need. But the Brood is out here, those sick cult followers of Wyatt, to bask in his glory as he celebrates this victory. And well, Aries has told the trainer to back away for a minute to let him collect himself, but I don't care how much, you know, cold pressure you want to put on that eye, it's damaged. And Wyatt, talk about damaged. This is one damaged soul, and he's taken out his frustration on everybody on this roster, person by person. And well, folks, still to come tonight, Batista is set to challenge Kurt Angle in a one-on-one contest. It's sure to be a great one. Kurt Angle has never been pinned. He's never been submitted in No Limits Wrestling, but will that change tonight? Tonight, in fact, in our next part, Batista will go one-on-one with Kurt Angle. It is a matchup that we have been dying to see, and Batista tonight can become the first person to beat Kurt Angle, but will Angle let it happen? It's the Beast versus the Olympic gold medalist up next.